Good morning, people. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm very excited about today because something arrived yesterday that I have been excited to share with you guys. And it is this magical book. This is The Call of the Runes by Walter McRory. I might totally butcher the last name. I'm very sorry. So Walter was so kind to reach out and ask me if I wanted to read and review his book, make a little video about it, and I said yes, because I had a feeling that this book would be very, very special. And I flipped through the pages yesterday and it's magical. It has become my favorite book about runes, about rituals, about divination. Everything is in it, and I'm going to go a little bit deeper. But first of all, I just want to praise, can I say that, how, you know, beautiful the art is, how it's being represented. It is beautiful. Make sure to follow him on Instagram and check out more of the art that he has on his Instagram, because it's very, very beautiful. His wife is also a very talented artist, so I am also going to put her link in the description so you guys can go share some love. Yes. It even has this like magical rune symbol. That is, you know, like binding runes is something that I don't think I have spoken that much about it, because it's also something that's new to me. So I'm actually excited to dig even deeper into this book to learn more about that. But all in all, this book is just magical. It's steady. And I actually will say that I love that it's very colorful on the front, but then it's like basic on the back and the sides. Yes. I am wearing runes today because I felt that that was very, very fitting for what we are doing today. So you guys know, with these videos, I'm going with the flow. I might pronounce something wrongly. I'm trying to go through everything that my Libra brain has set in stone. You know what's interesting? When I was reading this through yesterday, I was reading up loud for some reason. Like I was reading it like I was telling a story to someone. And Moon was there. And Moon was so cozy, snuggled up. And she made like a noise. So I think that she really enjoyed me telling us this story, you know, about the runes from this book. So I just want to let you guys know that even Moon enjoys this book. I mean, look at our fluffy bear, how he snuggled in while I was reading. Okay, so I have made some notes here, or made some posters, yellow posters, I don't know what you call them. But there's some things that I just want to point out. But first of all, I do want to say, this is the best detailed rune book that I have ever seen, because it doesn't just describe what fehu is, the rune of wealth, the rune of cattle. Oh, Moon! Hey, Moon! Now that we are speaking about the book, Moon arrives. Okay, Moon wanted to go outside, which is okay. But yeah, it's very detailed. And the only rune, the first rune and only rune that I'm going to just speak about is fehu, because it's the first rune. But yeah, I really enjoy that there is just, it's just so detailed. It's talking about the meaning, the historical meaning. There's poems that just blew me away, because it actually made me realize a deeper meaning about the rune, but also what we have spoken about in the past. Runes are connected with tarot, it's connected with the major arcana, and actually reading the poems through made me realize that even more. And it made me want to dig even deeper into runes. So, how it works is that the book is in 3 parts, and I'm just going to read what it says here. So the first part is an overview of the 24 elder, and I don't know if I'm going to butcher this name, futhark runes. Well, basically the runes. There is an explanation for each rune. There is a poem with content of the sagas and the stories. There is an overview of the historical ritual and magical uses of the runes. And I love that it's both like the old way, but also like the newer ways. So again, you just get everything. I can't get over it. It's just so magical. You guys know that I'm all about the energy, and it has a very powerful energy. It's just a very magical energy. There's so much love and wisdom that has been put into this book. So obviously, I was straight away attracted to it. It's even like, you know, if you want to write runes with runes, there is the old way and the newer way. I love it so much. And everything is so detailed when it comes to pictures that you see in the book. If you want to know more about it, there is like a little note. So if you go in the back of the book, you can actually see where the painting is from. And from what I remember, there's also something about a number that you can check out when it comes to relics. Something like that. And I believe this, I could be wrong, but I do believe that this is something that his wife, Jasmine, made. I'm not starting from the beginning, because when I flipped to this page, I was like, oh my god. I was immediately drawn to the 2 wolves, because what is it that we have spoken a lot about on this channel? It's wolf spirit guides. Historical use in charms and rituals. I just love it. So this is connected with Sovilo, the sun. Look at this, people. And what I love is that for each poem, it's written in, well, in runes, but then it's also written in Norwegian. Well, don't ask me to read it up in Norwegian, because it seems like it's something that's like oldish. Sole landa. But then it's also written in English. Sun is the light of the world. I bow to the divine. Desri. That is an English word that I didn't even know. Ooh, and you have the different ways how, you know, how it was said. So the sound is S. Germanic, Savilo, Gothic, Sogil, Old English, Sigil, Old Norse, Sol. Norse and Danish is very close, so I am a little bit better at Norwegian than Swedish. I just love it. But that is not the rune that I wanted to focus on and share. But I wanted to talk about the first rune, which is fehu. We have used fehu and talked about fehu a lot, because it is the rune of wealth. It's the rune of cattle, cows, back in the days. It's the first rune. Fehu is the rune of wealth, which is now represented with money, and in old days was represented with cattle. Well, obviously, right? Wealth is a form of power, but a fleeing one, which is very, very true. There's actually a poem, like an older lady in Denmark who died recently, and she was very, very famous. So the funeral was on TV, and there was a poem about wealth that she wanted the world to remember. And how was that again? When there is no trees and no fish left in the world, the white man or the wise man, I can't remember, will find out that he can't eat money. Something like that. And it was just when I heard that I was like, oh my god. Because this fehu is actually interesting that this is the first rune, because if you think about the Age of Aquarius, which we are in now, we are learning that material wealth is something else than what it has been. It's not about the money, but it's about abundance. And I feel that fehu is actually one of the runes that is showing us the truth of that. So I'm just going to jump a little bit around with fehu because I really want to share this with you guys. And I also want you guys to make sure to go support Walter and buy this book, because it is magical. But, okay, wealth is a form of power, but a fleeting one. It can only be spent once, and then it's gone. In this way, fehu represents the opportunities that wealth can bring. The rune is often also linked to the Vanir Frey and Freya, whose name begins with the sound fehu. Fehu. And then there is the first rune poem. Norwegian, I don't know if I can read that. Fe vilre frenda ruk fedesk uldr I skoge. Am I right? Did you guys understand that? Okay. Wealth is a source of discord among kinsmen. The wolf lives in the forest. The first line of the Norwegian rune poem shows us what will become a recurring theme throughout the myths of the saga of the North. Incredible piles of wealth, especially when hoarded, leads to strife. The most famous example of this is the saga of Sigurd. Oh, can you guys feel that this is so exciting? Are you guys ready for a story? The story centers on a cursed hoard of gold, guarded by a dragon called Fafnir. The curse has corrupted Fafnir and corrupts everyone around it with greed, turning brother against brother and friend against friend. Sigurd famously slays Fafnir. Unfortunately, this does not end the curse. The curse is not lifted until the treasure is thrown into the Rhine River. The story of Sigurd shows us that hoarding treasure can lead to great misfortune, and the best path is to let it go. Let me go deep. If wealth a man has won for himself, let him never want more. Oft he saves for a foe what he plans for a friend. For much goes worse than we wish. And we see this so much in history, right? Money is a good thing, but it can also lead to misfortune if it becomes the main focus. If it's becoming a source of power. And that is why I love this book, because it goes so deep when it comes to the stories. I could read up more, but I don't want to give everything away, because obviously you guys need to buy it yourself. But it's just filled, like, it's not just one poem for fehu. There is more than one poem. And there's just pictures of how some poems was written on gravestones or jewelry, when it comes to charms, when it comes to magic. Like, there is something I saw here with where was that? Because I know that oh yeah, where was that? I can't remember if it was this, but like this, right? I can't remember if it was this specific one, but no, I don't think it was. I think that was actually something else. where I saw that sometimes they wrote like a rune like more than one time. Like for example, fehu, they wrote it 3 times because everything comes in 3, and 3 is a very powerful number when we do magic, because we have done that a lot when we do magic, especially when it comes to runes. And to come back to fehu, fehu is connected with Freya. And Freya is the goddess of love, but also the goddess of war. So there's two energies that comes with it. Like if you overdo it, it can be bad. But if you find a balance in life and in your magic, it is perfect. It will give you plenty. Yeah. Is there anything else I just wanted to point out? Because I don't want to make this too long. But I'm just so excited about this book that I want to share everything with you guys. But let's see, what else do I have? Historic use in charm and rituals. I love how much in detail they go with this. Okay, I can also see that my customers are on their way, so... Okay, you also learn how to do readings with runes, with runes. This is everything. Look at that. Doing a reading like that, I really want to do that. We will do that in another reading, and I will for sure use this in the future when we do magic. But I just wanted to share this with you guys. And if you want to buy it, if you want to support Walter and get all the rune knowledge, I will put the link for his Amazon link down below. It takes you to the right Amazon site depending on where you are in the world. And with that, I do want to say thank you so much, Walter, for sending me this beautiful book. I love it so much. I will treasure it, and it will have a special place in the background of my videos. With that, thank you guys for being part of this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.